Okay, so part two, our milk is coming to a boil, so it needs to come to a full boil. Now at this stage, what we're going to do is called tempering. We're going to take some of the hot milk, and I'm actually going to need an assistant. If you want to stand here and whisk, we're going to take some of the hot milk, and we're going to whisk it into our slurry to temper it, because we want both of these to be the same temperature. I'm going to turn it off because it's coming up hot. So we're going to warm up this. Now if we were to just dump that mixture into our milk, we would get scrambled eggs. So that's why we do it this way. So now that our slurry is nice and warm, put the heat back on. Now I'm going to tray. I'm going to take the whisk. You're going to pour. Alright. Okay. Now I'm going to whisk. And Meredith's just going to slowly pour this in a little bit faster. As I'm whisking. You want to be whisking at the same time. So it is good when you're first doing this. Go a little faster. When you're first doing this, to have help. Boy, but that sounds real good. Now this just needs to come back up to a boil. It's probably going to immediately boil. That's good. It's going to start to kind of spit up at me, and then I know that it's done. You got to immediately, there it is. We're going to take it off the heat. Can you see in the pot? Okay. So I'm going to take that off the heat. Put that there. All right, now this is nice and hot. It's good and thick. Now, if you want to make sure that it's thickened all the way, you can always give it a little taste. It should not have a starchy taste. So you just give a little spoon and taste it. If it tastes like a little starch, you know you didn't cook it enough. Now this hot custard is going to get some butter added. I got some room temperature butter that's been cut up. We're going to just stir that in. It's going to melt. Something going on with this whisk. So you can even walk away for a second and let the butter melt if you need to, but we're just gonna, it's almost completely melted already. It just makes it nice and velvety and gives it a little more, a nice mouthfeel. Yummy butter. Okay. Now we're gonna strain it. You know what? I need one more ladle.
You need another ladle?
Yes. You know where they are? They're hanging on the, on the smaller side, like medium to small. All right, so now we have our water bath, our cold ice bath. Not water bath, ice bath. Awesome, perfect. Okay, so you want to help me again? Hold that. So now we're going to put our hot pastry cream. We're just going to strain it through the china cap just to be sure. Kind of lift that ladle. There you go. Hold it straight from here. Get it all out of the pot. Nothing better than pastry cream, I'm telling you. Alright, now a good way to strain when you're straining items is, is you just take your ladle and just kind of bob it up and down. It kind of helps push it through quicker. You know, it just kind of pushes it, and then you don't take too long. Some people use whisks, but really a whisk isn't an efficient tool. Alright, so now we have our beautiful pastry cream here. Now, when we, while we're chilling this, we're going to put a piece of plastic wrap directly on top. Sorry. So that we don't get a skin, because unless you're doing a pie and you want a skin. Oops, unless you want to skin, but normally you don't. You want to put the pastry or the plastic wrap directly on top. Okay. Now we're going to let this cool. We'll check it and we'll stir it periodically as the ice cools it down, and then we're good. That's